Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to do an unboxing and initial review of the Heritage Rough Rider TC. But real quick question, do we have any cowboys out there? Or how about tactical people? Or better yet, both? Well, hopefully, because TC stands for Tactical Cowboy. And I think this thing's pretty cool. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. This just came out and I'm excited to hang out with you guys and review it. So first of all, we have our owner's manual. I'm going to say this real quickly. This is very, very important to read, especially if you're new to single action 1873 type revolvers, or if you're just new to guns period. Make sure you read this. There's very specific safety instructions, loading, unloading. The rest of you, brush up just in case, right? There's going to be some literature from the factory. We have our gun lock in there. Heritage, made in the USA, Bainbridge, Georgia, which is cool. And here's the revolver itself. Let's take a look at this together for the first time. So we basically have a single action revolver like the Heritage are, but with a couple twists here. Because as you can see right away, this has a Picatinny rail on top, which is going to give you options to mount an optical scope or an RDS or something similar. We also have a 6.5 inch barrel, threaded half by 28. So this is going to be catching some of your interest right away. Also a nice high visibility, orangish red fiber optic sight on the front. Now, this is going to be similar fare as far as it has a steel barrel, an alloy frame, and a steel cylinder, similar to the other Heritage Rough Riders. We're going to see it has a large spurred hammer there. Now, I've done a couple other reviews on these. I'm going to leave my playlist down there in the description, and I'll also do a fun little bonus video on locals. I'll leave a link to that there too. Check the pinned comment for those, actually. So I'm not going to get into it excessively, but there is a certain way that these should be loaded if you're going to carry them safely. There's another way you would load it if you're going to shoot it right away. Also safe carrying procedures, and they might be unique if you're not familiar. So read your owner's manual or go back and watch one of those previous videos where I go into it a lot more in depth. I'm just going to skip all that here, just because I've just covered it recently, and we'll get into the unique features of this actual revolver itself. And remember, the safety is always right here, following the rules of gun safety at all time. So we have some cool new tactical features. That would be the tactical part of this, as well as the old cowboy action. So you've got a little bit of the old west mixed with some modern things that a lot of you are really going to like for particular types of shooting, like maybe long range with a magnified scope on there. Or you're just going to enjoy the high visibility of that front fiber optic sight, different accessories, attachments, things to shoot quiet, all kinds of cool stuff like that that you can put on front. We also have these new grips. These are a carbon fiber pattern, and they actually look pretty darn cool. Check that out. Really like the look of these grips. And these are in kind of standard old-fashioned size and form factor here that you're going to be familiar with on these type single action revolvers. Very comfortable grip. A lot of you guys are probably already familiar with that. So this is chambered in 22, coming with a 22 long rifle cylinder. I don't have one to show in this video, but they do also have a 22 Magnum cylinder available that could be interchanged with this. So you could have the option of 22 LR or 22 Mag, which would perform pretty well, by the way, out of this long 6.5 inch barrel. Single action, meaning when you pull the trigger, it is not going to rotate the cylinder, nor is it going to pull the hammer back. So we have a standard 4-click, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now this does have a manual safety on it, which is engaged right here. And I'm actually to the point now where I kind of have mixed feelings on it. Where originally I thought it was ridiculous and dumb to have a manual safety on a revolver like this. A lot of you in the comments have brought up really good points and kind of made your case of why you like it. And now I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Just do your thing and I'm cool with it. If you guys like the safety, I get it. If you don't like the manual safety on it, I get it too. So there you guys go. Now this does not have a swing out cylinder. In old Cowboy action fashion, we have a loading gate right here. And we can see this shipped with that orange safety disc, which is showing us that our chambers are clear. So that disc is present. Now normally you would cock it back, first click, second click, and that would allow you to rotate the cylinder to load your rounds. It also features an ejector here. Let me turn this around, that you can get to underneath the barrel with a little handle there. If there were fired casings, it would come through, and maybe you can see right here where that would actually come at. See that little rod protruding through? That would eject your spent casings one at a time out the rear. Again, check your owner's manual or my previous videos for all the specific instructions, different ways to safely load this, carry it, and all that. So this physical safety basically has a bar of steel that when the safety is engaged, which it is right now, is going to block that hammer, where if you were to pull it or if it were to somehow inadvertently fall, it will hit that bar of steel, preventing the face of that hammer from making contact with the firing pin. Now, if you're ready to shoot, once you've gone through and you've acquired your target, all those good things are in order, you could flip it down. And we're now going to see red there. Red means hot. You're ready to fire. And then we could go ahead and pull the trigger at that safe target and let the hammer fall. So, I don't know. I think this thing's actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to taking this out to the range. Looking forward to trying it with a little bit maybe longer range shots. I really like that high vis sight. So here's how that works. You obviously have the option here for the rail, for a scope or whatnot. Now if you want to shoot this with iron sights, there's a little notch in the rear. See that little notch right there on the bottom? Where you can see right through the Picatinny rail. And it doesn't really inhibit your sight at all. And then you can line up with that high visibility front fiber optic there, which is really nice. So it's up to you guys. This is going to be a budget revolver, so you can start out here, and then as time goes on, do what you want to as far as any type of optics go, any type of muzzle devices. It does come with an included muzzle nut to protect your threads until you're ready to utilize anything that you would want to screw onto the end of the barrel there. I found in the few of these that I've had here that the trigger's typically pretty darn good, guys. Now, you shouldn't dry fire this. That's what the manual says. And I'm just going to do it one time just for purposes of showing you guys how the trigger pull is. So I don't recommend that you do this. But some people have said at home they dry fire on the safety bar. Okay. Again, manual tells you not to. So I'm going to tell you not to. But I'm going to do it one time. And if I do any damage to this, it's on me. I just want to show you guys how the trigger works. Keeping in mind the safety is engaged. And we have this orange factory disc. I just took it out of the box. And that orange disc means we can't have any ammo in there. So just to let you guys know who aren't familiar with how this works. So 4 clicks. Another way to do it is just to pull it back in one sweeping motion. You don't want to fan these or do anything like that, but you can pull it back in a nice steady motion. Now we're cocked. I do have the safety engaged. And let's just see what I think of this trigger pull. I'm feeling to see if there's any take up or slop. There is none. Nice short crisp single action break there. So very nice trigger. I think the trigger is going to help lend it to accuracy. Plenty of barrel length there with that 6.5 inch. The high vis sights that come with it I think are going to do an excellent job, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I also think it'd be awesome to maybe put a little scope on this. I don't know. Maybe even a dot. You guys let me know down in the comments what you're thinking. Shoot it offhand, from the bench, maybe on a set of sticks. I think this is pretty cool, guys. Tactical cowboy action. It really is both if you think about it. These high-vis sights, the rail there on top, the threaded barrel, the cool carbon fiber grips, but yet still that age-old, timeless 1870s action. So it operates just the same as it did in the Old West, leading to that very nice trigger pull. Wow. That trigger pull is nice, guys. Very good. And I found that to be the case generally with these little Rough Riders. I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool mix of old meets new, and I'm looking forward to this. Alright, guys. Here's the new Heritage Rough Rider TC Tactical Cowboy. I hope you guys all liked this little review, and check that pinned comment for some bonus footage, as well as links to these other videos that I've done on revolvers that act in the same way as far as loading them, safety, and all of that stuff goes. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.